Hey everyone, so I'm here in central Pennsylvania at the Allegheny Portage National Historical Site, and I'm at the Skewed Arch Bridge right now, which is right in the middle of a fork of a highway, so excuse the traffic noise, but you can see the sides of it. And I'll go around so you can see the arch underneath in a second. But so the Portage Railroad, apparently there's a canal system going through Pennsylvania. And to get up and over some of the hills, they built a railroad that carried the canal boats up and over. And of course the railroad had to have bridges going over it for regular traffic. So this is one of them. This is the Skewed Arch Bridge, and some more of the facilities are just up the hill. I can see there's a building up at the top here, but this is our first stop, so it's pretty neat. There's no tracks left. There's just a drainage pipe on the other side. Underneath the arch was actually kind of soggy and mucky, but still got a good view from right here. So I'm gonna go up the hill and check out some of the rest of the park. So that's the view down the hill from where I just was when I said I could see the building up at the top of the hill, which is this building behind me. So this is the engine house number 6 specifically. And so what the deal is the trains by themselves couldn't make it up the hill because it's a fairly substantial incline right here. So this house had, hard to see through the mesh, but I'll go inside in a second. There were steam engines and ropes and pulleys up here that would pull the trains up the hill with the canal boats on them, taking them on across the portage to the next engine house. So I'm inside engine house number 6. Apparently the building itself is restoration. It said the original building had been demolished and all that was left was the foundations. But so the national park basically recreated the building. But what is in here that is mostly original is underneath the tracks. You can see the workings of the engine and pulley system. The engine and gears and a lot of the woodwork also look like reproductions, but I think a lot of the stone walls are original. And over there is a recreation of the boilers that produce the steam that drove the engines that pulled the trains up the hill. Yeah, this is pretty cool. And these things are massive. Like these pulleys down here, like those pulley wheels are probably 10 feet across. And that rope is probably a good 3-inch braided rope. These gears in the middle are probably a good 4 or 5 feet across. This is some serious hardware in here. Neat. Yeah, this is pretty cool. So in between the inclines that were serviced by the engine houses, you had these relatively flat stretches, which were called levels. So there's a number of levels between where the canal stopped on one end and started on the other, and they were all numbered as well. So I believe this was level number 6. So I'm coming up to the Lemon House, which is right here. So this was a tavern which serviced the railroad, owned and operated by the Lemon family. The tavern was on the bottom and the living quarters were upstairs. And apparently it was a hopping place back in the day. Let's go check inside. Right, so this is the main dining area of the Lemon House Tavern. This is where meals were served, and I believe there was lodging upstairs, but they are not allowing people up there. Over here is the fancy parlor. And here's the bar. And so that was just a short visit to Allegheny Portage Railroad National Historic Site. Currently on the boardwalk that connects the Visitors Center to the Engine House and the Lemon House. That and the Skewed Arch Bridge are the three main things to see here in the park. Although it's kind of a big park, and they got some nature trails and a picnic area. So, but I just on a short visit, so just wanted to see the highlights. I think this is a kind of a nice little area through the woods. Walking back up to the visitor center. That'll do it for Allegheny Portage. Can make our way down the road to Johnstown Flood next.